Hello everybody, my name is Al DePoalo and I'm the Partner Products Manager, and today I wanted to take a quick look at how to set pocket depths. So what I want to do is I want to run my stock wizard on this part, and I'll just go ahead and set my 0 on center. That's fine. Okay. Now from here I'm just going to turn the stock transparency down a little bit, and what I want to do is I want to pocket out this level right here. So a couple of things. Right now all I have is a solid model. Now when I go to do my pocketing routine, when I go to select my geometry, there's a couple of options. The first thing is if I just pick on the surface here and then I hit my space bar, I'm going to get the outside shape, and I'm also going to get these inside shapes as well, which I really don't want. I just want the outside shape, because if I have the circles go along with it, they're going to be treated as islands, and it's going to try to pocket between the outside shape and the inside shapes. I just want it to pocket the outside shape and clear all that material. So I'll go to select geometry again, and this time instead of picking that surface, I'm going to right click on this edge here, and I'm going to choose constant Z, and then I'll hit my space bar, and this time it's selected just the pocket boundary that I want to work with. Okay, now from here I have this option for pick top apart. Now I set my 0 right at the top apart. If I had my 0 set somewhere different, or if I was cutting a pocket inside of a pocket, I really don't need to measure the geometry. I could work off a print, but or I could extract wireframe and measure it, but I also have the ability to just pick top apart. And what you can do is just click right on the model, and then that will measure whatever the value is and input it in this field here. Same thing when I go to my parameters tab and I go to pick bottom. You can see it's defaulted at ½ inch. What I want to do is pick how deep I want it to go to, so I'll choose pick bottom. I'll move over this edge again, I'll left click, and then it grabs whatever that depth is. This is a very useful feature that allows you to set what your pocket depth is based off the model, and we don't have any wireframe at all. Now let me go ahead and remove that, and I'll generate another layer and I'll make it active, and then I'll extract my wireframe for this face right here, and then I'll turn my model off. Okay, so now I have my wireframe, and if I don't want to pick off the model directly, I can always type in whatever the value is. Once I've extracted my wireframe, I can measure my geometry, and you can see the value for this is based off of, here's my world coordinate system, this Z value is based off my world coordinate system. So I know that it's this is the absolute value from this position to this line. So what I can do now that I've measured it, instead of picking off the model directly, I can pick the wireframe, and then when I go to set my value, I can just type in this value. Now, even though we're going down 3/8, okay, even though we're going down 3/8, our total depth is a positive number. The software knows that you're going down in Z. So that is what allows us to, we just type in that value there and it goes. So you can either type in the value or you can pick the bottom. Now let's say that we had pocketed down to a certain area, and we want to, I'm going to just move this down a little bit further. We had pocketed down to a certain area. Here, let me make a copy of this. Copy. Okay, so we've pocketed down to this area, and then we want to cut from this area to this area here. Again, I'm going to reselect my geometry. I actually already have the geometry selected, so that's fine. It doesn't matter where it's located in Z. This is the boundary that I want to use. But what I can do now is I can set pick top apart, and I can pick that as my top apart, and then I can pick my bottom, and I can pick this as my bottom. Now you'll notice the total depth here is 1 inch, and I'll compute, and you can see that it's located there. But if I measure this line, it's 1 3/8 deep. So your depth of cut, which is based on here, your total depth is an incremental value based on your top apart. So that's how that works. And sometimes, you know, some users have said, well, I want to have my depth be what this value is, this absolute value is here. And I can understand that if you're reading off a print, but when you're working off a model, you actually don't need to know what that value is, because you can pick your top apart and you can pick what your total depth is right off the model or the wireframe that's on the screen, and the software will figure out everything for you. So just a quick representation of how to use pick for top apart and pick for your total depth, and also other alternative input options for setting your pocket depths.